My silence speaks volumes, though it may seem empty to you. It's a way for me to protect the fragile emotions I have yet to fully grasp or share. I wish I could tell you the reasons behind my silence without fear. My quiet moments are often filled with thoughts and fears I'm not ready to voice. There's a part of me that longs to explain why I remain silent. My hesitation is not about you, but my fear of how my unspoken truths might alter our relationship. Behind my silence lies a tapestry of unresolved feelings. I'm waiting for the right moment to unravel these threads, hoping they won't break the connection we have. Sometimes the words I need to say are trapped behind a wall of fear. I hope you understand that my silence is a sign of my struggle to find the right way to express my thoughts. I wish you could see that my silence is not a sign of indifference. It's a way for me to process my emotions and figure out how to share them with you. There are reasons I remain quiet that I can't fully explain. My silence is not a rejection, but a sign that I'm working through feelings I haven't yet understood. If only I could tell you why I stay silent. My quietness is often a shield against the fear of my own emotions and how they might affect us. My silence is a reflection of my internal struggle. I'm trying to make sense of my feelings, and I hope you'll be patient as I work through this emotional maze. I want to tell you everything, but fear holds me back. My silence is a barrier I've built to protect us from the storm of thoughts I'm still sorting through. The truth behind my silence is not about avoiding you, but about grappling with emotions that are too overwhelming to express right now. I wish I could share the reasons for my silence without fear of judgment. My quietness is my way of handling feelings that are still too raw and confusing. Behind my silence is a whirlwind of thoughts I'm not yet ready to share. I hope you can understand that my quietness comes from a place of vulnerability and introspection. My silence is often mistaken for distance, but it's really a reflection of my struggle to articulate the complex emotions I'm experiencing. I wish I could explain why I hold back. My silence is not a reflection of my feelings for you, but a way of protecting myself while I navigate my own uncertainties. If I could, I'd tell you the real reasons behind my silence. It's not about hiding things from you, but about processing my feelings in a way that feels safe. There's so much I wish I could say, but I'm often at a loss for how to put my emotions into words. My silence is my attempt to make sense of what I'm feeling. My silence might seem like a wall, but it's more like a barrier I've put up while I work through the emotions that are too tangled to express clearly. I'm often silent because I'm trying to understand my own feelings. I hope you know that my quietness doesn't mean I don't care. It's just that I'm working through a lot internally. I wish I could find the right words to explain my silence. It's not about avoiding you, but about finding a way to share the complex emotions I'm dealing with. My silence hides a depth of feeling I'm struggling to articulate. I hope you can see that my quietness is a way of protecting both of us while I sort through my emotions. I want to tell you why I've been silent, but my emotions are still too raw. My quietness is not about you. It's about me trying to find clarity in the midst of confusion. Behind my silence is a mixture of fear and uncertainty. I wish I could explain what's going on in my head, but I'm still trying to make sense of it all. My silence is a way of holding back emotions I'm not yet ready to share. I hope you understand that I'm not shutting you out, but working through my own internal struggles. I wish I could tell you what's behind my silence, but I'm still finding the right words. My quietness is my way of dealing with feelings that are still taking shape. There's a lot I wish I could say, but my silence is a result of my struggle to articulate the complex emotions I'm experiencing. I hope you can be patient with me. My silence often masks the turmoil I'm going through. I wish I could share more, but I'm still trying to understand my own emotions before expressing them. If I could explain the reasons behind my silence, I would. It's not about withholding from you, but about finding the right time and way to share my feelings. The reasons for my silence are deeply personal and complicated. I wish I could convey what I'm feeling, but I'm still working through the best way to express it. My silence is not a sign of distance, but a reflection of my internal conflict. I'm trying to make sense of my emotions and hope you'll understand my need for quiet. If only I could show you the whirlwind of emotions inside me. My silence is not a lack of feelings, but a shield I use to protect you from my internal chaos. Sometimes I wish I could lay bare my heart and share the reasons behind my quietness. But I fear that opening up would shatter the delicate balance we've built. The words I hold back are like heavy stones weighing on my heart. I wish you could understand that my silence stems from a place of deep confusion and vulnerability. Behind my silence lies a storm of thoughts and feelings that I can't yet articulate. I'm afraid that my unspoken truths might change the way you see me. I yearn to tell you everything that's on my mind, but fear of being misunderstood keeps me silent. The true reason for my quietness is a deep-seated worry about how you'll react. My silence isn't about you. It's about me trying to come to terms with my own thoughts. I wish I could explain that I'm not avoiding you, but rather grappling with my inner conflicts. There are reasons behind my silence that are too complex to express. I wish I could find the right words to tell you how much I care, even when I seem distant. I often wonder if you'll ever understand why I stay silent. It's not that I don't have anything to say, but rather that my feelings are too tangled to unravel in words. I wish you could see the battles I fight within myself. My silence is not a reflection of my feelings for you, but rather a sign of my struggle to understand them. The reason for my silence isn't because I don't want to talk. It's because I don't want to say the wrong thing and make things worse. I hope you understand the depth of my struggle. I want to tell you so much, but I can't seem to find the right moment or the right words. My silence is my way of protecting us both from the turbulence of my unspoken thoughts. Behind my silence is a story of insecurity and fear. I wish I could articulate how much I value our connection and why I'm struggling to express my true feelings. My silence is not an indication of my lack of affection, but a reflection of my fear of vulnerability. I wish I could be open without feeling exposed and vulnerable. I long to tell you the truth, but my silence speaks volumes about my fears and insecurities. I hope you'll understand that my quietness is a shield, not a sign of indifference. Every time I stay silent, it's because I'm wrestling with my own fears and doubts. I wish you could see that my quietness is not a reflection of my feelings for you. My silence hides a complex web of emotions and uncertainties. I want to share my thoughts, but I'm afraid that doing so might change how you feel about me. I struggle to find the right words to express the chaos inside me. My silence is my way of coping with the overwhelming emotions I can't yet share. The real reason behind my silence is a fear of judgment and rejection. I wish I could be open about my feelings without worrying about how you'll react. Behind my quiet demeanor lies a world of unspoken thoughts and emotions. I wish I could find the courage to tell you everything that I'm feeling inside. Sometimes, my silence is a way of protecting you from my own turmoil. I hope you'll understand that I'm not ignoring you, but trying to work through my internal struggles. I wish I could open up to you about the reasons for my silence. It's not about you, it's about my own fears and doubts that I find difficult to articulate. The silence you hear from me is a result of my internal battle. I want to be honest with you, but my fear of how you'll perceive me keeps me from speaking up. My silence speaks louder than words, but it's not always easy to interpret. I wish you could understand that it's a way of shielding myself while I figure out how to express my feelings. There are things I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid of how my words might change our relationship. My silence is a reflection of my inner conflict and fear. I struggle with finding the right time and place to share my thoughts. My silence is not a lack of feelings, but an indication of my struggle to find the right words. Every moment of silence is filled with thoughts and emotions I can't yet express. I wish you could understand that my quietness is not a reflection of my feelings for you. My silence is a result of my fear of vulnerability. I want to share my true feelings, but worry that doing so might make things awkward or uncomfortable between us. The real reason for my silence is a deep-seated fear of being judged. I wish I could find a way to communicate my feelings without feeling exposed.